May I request Raju sir to be on stage, please? Okay, so this is the most toughest part of the day for me. I am told to introduce somebody whom I have known for over 9 years. He is like family, friend, mentor, guide, everything. The reason I am here today is possibly because of him, because he interviewed me for NASSCOM about 9 years back. So it's a tough ask. I can clearly stand here and do an hour-long keynote, which definitely I'm not allowed or supposed to do. But yeah, no introductions needed again. Half of the room knows him. Half of those who don't know him would never forget him. Trust me, that's the charisma of this man. He's been around for a very, very, very long time. Rajiv Vaishnav, extremely passionate about India, the Indian IT industry, and of course the startup ecosystem. He's been working on it for many years now, and he's faced some health issues because the pace of life that he really works. He's been continuously doing on for years and years. I think that's the pedigree of Ashok Soota. These people don't stop working, they keep doing that. Small request, sir, if you could slow down, we need you for many, many years. So that actually reminds me of a couplet which says, ठहराव का मतलब ये तो नहीं कि दरिया में डूब जाए. Darya is samandar. So in this context, when it comes to Ashok Soota, Rajiv Vaishnav, and people like them who work day in and day out tirelessly, the context is about the work that they do for the startup ecosystem, creating jobs, creating employment, employability, all those things that they do day in, day out. So they need a ठहराव. So ठहराव का मतलब ये तो नहीं कि समंदर में डूब जाए, लहरों पर लेटकर तारों से बात करने को शायद ठहराव कहते हैं. So these people have been in the samandar for a long time, doing their work, still enjoying that. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause to हमारे अपने राजीव वैष्णव.
Thank you, Paresh. Very good morning, everybody. I think the advantage that I got that Paresh went on and on and on was because 6 chairs organized between sessions. So please discount 50–80% of what he said. But yes, it is fantastic to be here at NPC, Pune, and amongst friends of NASSCOM. For the last 13 years, I was with NASSCOM. Just recently, 2015, I joined Reliance GenNext. That's an innovation initiative of Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani Group, and therefore it's always a pleasure to be here. So thank you very much. May I request our panel members to please come up and join me on the stage? I feel very lonely, and so great to see you and receive you here. So I feel like I'm Ekta Kapoor, that हम भी कभी startup थे, सास भी कभी बहू थी. But it's interesting that हम भी कभी startup थे. And when I'm looking at the startup journey or a startup story, what Dr. Ganesh Natarajan mentioned about Vishwas Mahajan and the way he started his company in Pune, and now he's with TI Global. Incidentally, today there is TiCon happening in Mumbai, and we have NPC here. So, and I'm looking at Pune and the Pune ecosystem. What we call as startups and angel investment and all that, I think Pune as a city and Maharashtra as a state and at many places in India also, when we looked at the vendor development of large manufacturing units, I think it was more or less a similar program where they started incubating a company within their objectives and what they wanted to achieve. So, when Bajaj or Firozia's or Kirloskar started doing that, that was more or less incubating their own, and today we talk of intrapreneurship, and I think that was the time when a couple of senior executives of their companies wanted to participate in a new business activity, and they encouraged them, they funded them, and the entire process of incubation started around their main business, and they became their own vendors. So I think this particular journey is not a journey that we all know as startups, which started somewhere around 99, 2000 time frame when the dot-com and the internet boom and all that. So there are people here on the stage, and this is very interesting that we have got people from all across Maharashtra. These are the entrepreneurs who have committed themselves. And I mean, when we talk of startups, mostly all the metros come to our mind, and we all look at Bangalore and Hyderabad and Pune and Mumbai. But to look at Jalgaon or to look at Kolhapur or to look at Aurangabad, this is very, very motivating. And the spirit that, you know, the panel today presents here is something like, you know, think of the days and think of the times that they started their business. And I'm very fortunate that I mean, I'm going to request each one of them to introduce themselves so that we first know about their stories, know about the challenges that they have faced, the spirit with which they started, and many of you in the audience also may relate yourself with their spirit, which is, हमने चिराग रख दिया तूफान के सामने, हमने चिराग रख दिया तूफान के सामने, पीछे हटेगा इश्क इस इम्तिहान से क्या? So whether you are in a small town where there is no ecosystem, where there is no support system, where there is no funding available, where there is no mentors available, and still you decide that no, I want to start my business in a place here. हमने चिराग रख दिया तूफान के सामने, पीछे हटेगा इश्क इस इम्तिहान से क्या? कोई चले चले न चले हम तो चल दिए, कोई चले चले न चले हम तो चल दिए, मंजिल की जिसको धुन हो उसे कारवां से. So with that, I'm opening up with the panel members here and requesting them to introduce themselves, not just from the point of view of what their companies do and all that, but that journey of entrepreneurship. So, over to you.
Thank you. Very flattering. We like it sometimes. So, to tell you about myself, I'm basically, you can call me a scientist because I have worked in new drug discoveries. I have something like anti-diabetic on my name. Now, I belong to a business family, right from generations. So, for us, startup is something which we were born with, something that we have been always doing it. Now, I started my business from Jalgaon. Now, I don't know, I think many of you may not be aware. It's a district place. If you talk about the systems present there, you know, when I started, the computers were of 4 megahertz or something, with no hard disk, nothing. And electricity was another issue. But what I thought always was that there's always a better way of doing anything. You know? So I had a pharma company also, so we were running that, and me and my wife, we had designed a system to run that company on computers, and we started from there. There were always difficulties because, when you start in an atmosphere where people even don't understand what computer is, and then they don't understand that for you to function, you need something like program that will do the job, So things were different, but difficult, but because of my earlier connections, I got opportunity in US, and we started straight away in US for our software products. So now, certain pharma companies, their factories run on our product. And that is not the only area where we are. We are in many other fields. I can give an example of automobiles. Again, there is always a different way of doing the same thing. I will give you a short example. Fuel injectors. If you see the fuel injector, the flow is straight. One day, me and my partner in US were just sitting and discussing because his son was playing chess, and he came up with an idea. If we atomize, if we use multiple fuel jets, what will be the impact? Instead of a single jet, the multiple jets will strike at a predetermined place and create a mist. The physics tells us that it is going to improve the fuel efficiency, and it did. The product is patented by us. It is in the market. Now, where I was placed in Jalgaon, it doesn't matter because innovation is innovation. Did we use any high-tech thing? No. We were on a very basic things which are lying around us. You just have to understand and pick them. It's not difficult. It's just that you have to be a little, innovative, little risk-taking, little understanding. That's all. Thank you.
So Jalgaon and Mr. Vasudev Mahajan could establish a company where, creating an impact in US. So that's very inspiring, sir. Mr. Kailash Garg, and when I met him a couple of years ago, or rather now a few years ago, I was very surprised that in a place like Satara, and since 1992 that he is running this Acme Infovision, a product company, and it was really thrilling that we just don't have a clue of where the entrepreneurship and the gems are lying across. We have to simply go and get a feel of their passion, and I think that is very, very contagious. Over to you, sir.
Good morning. I'm Kailash Bhatt from Acme Infovision System. I must thank NASCOM to have this in the panel discussion. Firstly, I feel very good when they name this panel discussion as a Vaibhav, because Vaibhav is not related with the bell. In Marathi, there are other meaning of Vaibhav. It is a path to the principles, and I think it's very good name in that sense. Apart from that, as we have a very good moderator, I don't think it will be a boring program because Rajiv sir is there to make it entertaining. When we started the company in Satara, along with my other two founders, actually there were a lot of challenges. In the sense, first thing that I remember is for telephone line, we have to wait 6 months. And you can imagine, get a telephone line, if you have to wait for 6 months, and our customers were saying, you did not have a telephone. It was an unfortunate situation. So there were not many challenges, but it's not hard. In a sense, it's an enjoyable journey. We started with a good product, and then we got very good customers also. I sincerely believe that because of our customers, first 2, 3, 4 good customers, we are here. In a sense, customers are God for us. Generators, organizers, and probably it should not happen, destroy us. So, in a sense, they really give us funding because they give an order and advance. So that was our funding in an early stage. And then we built a product. We did not have even a product at this stage. So what we sell them is actually a sort of vision rather than saying a software product. So it's in a way enjoyable journey.
Thank you very much, Kailash. We have Ashwini Danigon, Executive Director and CEO of Manorama Info Solutions from Kolhapur. So, Jalgaon, Satara and Kolhapur. In Kolhapur, a multi-talented, multifaceted person starting a venture, and not just that, to be successful and to be at it, because in NASSCOM we have diversity and inclusive as a forum, and we keep on discussing about the leadership, about the women in leadership. And there are multiple issues that a woman would be facing in the career path. There are multiple glass ceilings that she has to break through in order to grow personally as well as professionally. Let's hear from Ashwini as to what were her challenges.
Good morning to all. Very happy to be a part of this discussion forum, where the title itself, Hum bhi kabhi startup hai. And this is the real tag which is applicable to Manorama. It's a passion converted entrepreneurship. It was not at all a structured entrepreneurship. So I was also a member, like the people struggling right now being as a startup with the great innovative ideas. And I can say, for a product company, startup are the founder for the entrepreneurship. So I am really happy to be a part of this discussion forum. Introducing about my journey as such. Manorama is a 14-year-old product company. Out of 14 years, 12 years we have dedicatedly spent with the one single domain, that is a healthcare IT. We are serving to the small hospitals, small clinics, hospital, diagnostic center, chain of diagnostic center, chain of hospitals. And the journey started with the small hospitals from Kolhapur, now reach out to the 11 countries into the world. And that is the success path we have achieved. Where we started the company with the 2 to 4 resources along with me, that is again a females. The girls started with a 4-peer team of a member. Now Manorama has a strength more than 250 resources, the technocrat on the roll, and we are serving global industry. And that is again another figure in a degree that we are working with the 3 international government entities. One obviously the Public Healthcare of India. Then we are very closely working with the Ministry of Health of Kuwait. We are a partner with the Johannesburg, South Africa for the telemedicine solution. Manorama started in a Kolhapur, which is not really a IT hub, but believe me, the journey started and reached up to this level with the 4 offices in India and 3 international, our own entity in Dubai, Singapore and Kenya. So just giving a brief about this all establishment of an organization, I always feel proud that there is no limitations from where you work, especially when we are saying that we are the IT people. We are talking about the 2020, where we are saying that the digitization, IoT and everything. I don't believe that the technology, innovation and idea is the crown of the metros. It is always equally available in the upcoming city like Kolhapur. Only you have to face the hurdles of a transportation, and there you have to keep your health fit and organization healthy to drive the force from upcoming to reach out to the metro and from metro to the international geography. So the journey what we started with the object to have a one own ERP, that was the passion of my college career, I started with that journey, and now we are an enterprise solution provider in a healthcare, where we are dealing now with the 400 hospitals in Mumbai in coming months. They are going live in the next 1.5 months. So that is the success story of Manorama. And I'm really thanks to NASSCOM to give us an opportunity to share our thought and again bring back Kolhapur into the IT forum and say that we are also a IT hub even without having a IT park and other things, which are the target of our association to bring immediately into the map that Kolhapur is also a IT park with the IT capacity for the world, and we are struggling for that. And the next session maybe we will announce that we are also a IT park member for Kolhapur. Thank you.
So Ashwini, the way you so passionately talked about Kolhapur, I thought the next NASSCOM product conclave will be in Kolhapur. Aslam Bhai, Aslam Khan, my dear friend. And very surprisingly, when I met him for the first time, I actually met him in his philanthropist role. I met him at NASSCOM Foundation, and he was volunteering at NASSCOM Foundation. And I was wondering as to how a person at his stature as the CEO and founder of a company, Vaibhav, is finding so much of time to devote to certain activities. And then when I interacted with him for a couple of times, I realized that that is his passion, and his passion is driving his business. So I think the entrepreneurship, that the energy that he is deriving is through this philanthropy. And it's a very unique, individualistic character of a person who could expand business in 7 countries in a very short time. And I'm always amazed with the kind of work that he's doing. I think let's hear from himself. Sir, over to you.
Good morning, friends. My name is Aslam Khan. I'm the founder and the CEO of Octavia Technologies. This company I founded in 2006, and prior to that, I worked for Citibank in Tokyo for 2 years. Then I moved to United States, where initially I worked for Microsoft, building the operating system Windows. And then in 2000 time frame, I joined the .com. That was a boom of .com. So from 2000 to 2005, I was working for the startup. Initially, it was a B2C, and then it moved to B2B. In 2006, after spending 8 years surrendering the green card, coming back to India. Obviously, when you come back to India, you have certain vision and a goal. And I really wanted to establish an organization and become an entrepreneur, because the belief was that if you are an entrepreneur, you not only just contribute towards the economical growth, but also you contribute towards the social growth of our country. So that was the basic idea. The company, as myself from the product background, plus my other co-founders, they were also coming back from the various parts of the world. They were also from the product background. So initially we started the company as a product development services company, because you need initially a revenue cash flow. And then the profit generated out of the services business, we invested into building our own products. So today we have 3 products, which we are selling into different geographies. We have the offices in US and Singapore. And then in 2009 time frame, we focused into Middle East area. And so UAE, Qatar and Saudi Arabia is our now primary market. Around 60% of our revenue comes from there. On the social part, I'd like to share that as we strongly believe in CSR, corporate social responsibility. So we have done many projects. I would like to share 2. One, along with the NASSCOM Foundation platform. In 2012, we worked on an initiative with NASSCOM Foundation and National Association of Blind to work on a program to create the employment for the blind in the IT industry. It was a successful project along with NASSCOM and NABED, where we were able to build an entire courseware for the Section 508 accessibility testing. So that was the kind of a project we did with NABED.
The second, as part of our CSR initiative, we worked along with the IIT Bombay to build a product for automating the therapy which is given to the cerebral palsy and the autism children. So these are the two projects. We have been doing many CSR projects. As I said, our belief was that if you are an entrepreneur, you are going to add value to the society, and that basically gives you the energy to continue to grow your business, because the business grows, your other projects, the CSR projects also grows. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you indeed. Prashant Deshpande, founder and MD, Expert Group of Companies, Aurangabad. Now I know Prashant for now many years. Today he is running a company with 700 employees in Aurangabad. I think when we started interacting, the size of the employment was around 100, 150 max. So, and again, he and his core team have worked for Mastek, right? I mean, you were working with Mastek, and then decided that if we want to start a company, we will go back to our roots and start a company in Aurangabad. Now, very interesting, people who have been working with large enterprises, large corporates, when they decide, normally one would think that where is the opportunity, where is the talent, where will be funding available, and let's go to Bangalore, let's go to Pune, if not. But nobody would think of, or very few people will think of going to their, back to the roots and say, if at all, if I want to start my company, I'll do it at a place where I was born, brought up, studied, I have my people, my roots, and then contribute to that ecosystem. And Prashant and Expert as a company, I have seen contributing a huge lot of energy, time, efforts in building the ecosystem in Aurangabad. Whether it is Computer Society of India, whether it is TIE, whether it is NASSCOM, everywhere Prashant's contribution is very significant. Connecting with academia, and wherever there is any need that is anybody is seeking for them to connect with IT industry, with BPO industry, with startups, Prashant is always there to support. So Prashant, very exciting story, and I know you have your JV partner also here. Why don't you talk about that?
Thank you, Rajiv. It is indeed great pleasure to be with Rajiv, who is so passionate about promoting IT in non-metros. He has been visiting Aurangabad for last 15 years now, and more than me, he knows Aurangabad and he is more passionate about Aurangabad. So thank you very much. Expert Global was founded in 1990. After doing my engineering, I did my MMS from Bombay. Worked with Godrej and Boys for a couple of years. Worked with Mastek for 6 months. And then one fine day decided to go back to Aurangabad, resigned and went to Aurangabad and started a company called Expert Computer Systems. It was a partnership work. From a one-man company, today we are evolved to 4 directors and 700 people, which is growing at a very fast pace. Thanks to our German partner, Gregor, he's keeping us a lot busy. In last 3 months, we have added 250 people in our company. So, I think startup spirit is all about your passion. What you dream and how you believe in your dream is very important. During last 27 years, we have faced many challenges. We have seen 3 recessions, and there were occasions when people said, "Why are you doing from Aurangabad? Why do you go to Pune, to Mumbai?" And I kept on saying that I believe in Aurangabad. There is enough talent available. What we are lacking is the kind of ecosystem which we need to have in other cities, which we built after year 2000. So first 10 years were exploration. My parents were teachers, so there was no business background. But let me tell you, if you are determined, then your society, your friends, the local industry, they all support you greatly to stay alive. And if they see your determination, help will come from any corner, anytime. So I think that way we are very fortunate. Right from providing engineering to IT solutions, we have done many technological new things we have brought into Aurangabad market. Our mantra was to always learn in rupee and earn in dollar, and then spend in rupee. So I think so whatever concept we had, we always tried in Aurangabad, and then we scaled it up into Europe and US, and that really helped us as a strategy. As rightly mentioned by Mr. Suta, it is all about partnerships. So we have made various partnerships. There are people who ask me, how are you together for last 25 years? And I think if you have core values, similar values, and your objective is very clear, and you are clear that company is above each one of you, including the founders, then I think there are good people who will attach with you and you will grow. So right from introducing technologies to acquiring a company in Pune, it is reverse things happen. But Aurangabad company acquired a company in Pune 5 years ago and merged completely. From 50 people, we have grown it to 200 people in Pune. Aurangabad company opened office in Atlanta. I was based here for 2 years. That's growing very fast. In Germany, and in November, we formed a joint venture with Seymour Automotive. We were supplying them some services in software, embedded software, and Gregor and I were interacting, and he was gracious enough to ask us, we want to scale up and we form a joint venture, which was a great moment for us. And he said, I have seen entire ecosystem in India, but I think you guys are doing great work in Aurangabad, so let's have our headquarters in Aurangabad. So a German company saying that have a headquarters in Aurangabad, and EC Mobility was formed in November. So whether it takes 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 27 years, using hair doesn't matter. If you have passion and you want to be to pursue your passion, believe in your hard work, success definitely comes. And we have kept our dream into the name of the company. It is Expert Global Solution. So we want to be global, we want to have expertise, we want to provide solutions, we want to provide solutions for the problem and become trusted technology partner. So every time I see logo, it keeps on reminding me that this is our core. And now it has become a platform. I think that's the buzzword today. So it's a business platform. I tell people that come join us and use this platform to pursue your entrepreneurial dreams. Thank you.
Awesome. Very, very inspiring. I'm personally feeling the vibrations here sitting on the stage, and there are many questions that are bubbling up in my mind, but we are running against time, and I'm sure I want to leave the floor open with some questions relating to talent, as to how you are getting talent, how you are nurturing talent, how you are grooming talent, how you are retaining talent in cities like that, because everybody is looking forward to come to Pune or Mumbai or to Bangalore. And how are you matching these kind of constraints with the work environment? How you manage? Sir talked about the electricity was not there, the power was not there. There's multiple such things, and there are many questions. We can go on and on and on. But I think I'm taking advantage of NASSCOM platform, and there will be many who would want to understand these aspects which are important, and therefore I'm going on to my last question to the team here and then opening to the floor. What are your basic expectations from NASSCOM? I think as an association, as an industry association, it is very important for us to set expectations, and it's a mutual expectation that we expect certain things as an organization from our companies, and the companies are expecting certain things from the association. So if I take a quick round call, we have just two minutes answer. If you can please tell us, what are your expectations, or what were you expecting from NASSCOM, which you either got it, or you are still wanting to get it, or you think NASSCOM should provide? So maybe we can start with the question.
So Rajiv, I think what NASSCOM did for Aurangabad, you visited us, you did give up your hopes on Aurangabad. The definition which he made of Aurangabad, I tell on every platform and I must repeat it here. He says Aurangabad is Aao, Rango or Abad ho jao. And I think that's what we felt that it's a city where you come, you grow and you create wealth. Yeah, you prosper. Yes, of course, talent was a challenge, is a challenge today. Servicing tier 1 companies from a tier 3 city with tier 2 talent available is what we have been doing successfully. So I think if you take it as a challenge and if you take it as way of life, you are able to tackle it, because in Pune you have different challenges. You have cost escalation, you have high manpower turnover, which is not there in a city like Aurangabad. So if you catch them fresh, if you train them, coach them well, if you invest in them, all our divisions, we have about 10 profit centers in our company, and all are leading who have worked with us for more than 10 years. So that clearly tells that if you identify talent, retain them, they will bring more talent.
Anything else about your expectation from NASSCOM, or how do you think you can engage and contribute to promoting a tier 2, tier 3 destination? Any thoughts on that? Or Ashwini, any thoughts?
Yeah, so basically identifying the customer and business growth is the individual capacity of that business entity. But as our industry is completely based on the resource strength and the talent, we expect some support from the NASSCOM, where they can able to highlight in the employment or the HR activity, where the upcoming city also equally performing a good business and they are capable to hire you or retain you for a longer time. The threat in the people is that if we are going back and working with even the capacity of a commercial is also available, what is the growth of that company relocating to the upcoming city like us? So if any such a platform which can highlight that the upcoming company is also doing a great business, the descending order, starting from upcoming cities and then reaching to the metros, that is the same sequence will help us to do a more good business.
Anything for Balaji? Any thoughts on what to expect from NASSCOM, or moving forward, how do you think that we as an organization can help a tier 2 company?
So I have two things in mind. What we can expect from NASSCOM. One is, everyone mentioned, is a skill problem everywhere. So if we can develop some methodology by which we can force engineering colleges and technical institutes to improve the standard of the teaching as well as the overall quality, and in return the skill of the actual outputs that these institutes are giving. So if NASSCOM can do one thing, that will be great. The other thing is, I think the market in India is very fragmented in nature. So if there is some education on the end user and customer's point in investing in IT, because what I have seen is the percentage of revenue that Indian companies invest in IT is still low in comparison with the developed countries. So NASSCOM can do a lot in that area, where they can encourage other companies to invest in ITs and information technology and educate them how to do that. Because just taking some SAP or not giving, but just saying that giving some tier 1 ERPs and having some technologies which are very good in US or developed countries may not be useful in India. So if NASSCOM can educate there, it will be of great help.
Thank you. I hope my colleagues are making notes. Floor is open for questions. If there are any questions to the panel. There is one? Yeah, please.
Yeah, hi. My name is Animesh. I'm co-founder at NLP Bots. I was accelerated by Rajiv's company, GenNext Hub. My question is, again, like Rajiv said about the skilling. So we have a very big, so we are a startup, we work in the area of automated conversations. The kind of engineers we look for are engineers in the NLP AI domain. We have a very big challenge in terms of finding the right people and then getting them to stay on, because the area we work in is like the next job offer is mostly from companies like Google, right? So what we're looking at, my question to you is, when you said a thing like learn in rupees and earn in dollars and spend in rupees, how much longer do you think we have a runway for that? Because now with the cost of living in India also rising up, so that was, capitalizing on the fact that it was to get the same level of talent maybe in the States, it would cost you much lesser. But today with the economy growing stronger, with a future where people are expecting more, how much longer do you think that runway we have to sustain that kind of a thought?
I think if you choose to work from non-metros, or some of the tasks which can be done from there, the costs are almost less by 30 to 40% in terms of manpower. Second, you get more committed manpower. And if you do work breakdown, then actual tasks which need to be performed out of the project, let's say if it's 100-hour task, so 20 hours needs to be done by intelligent people. There you cannot compromise. You really need technical people who can do it. But remaining 80%, you can break it down systematically. Train people, coach them exactly what they are supposed to do, and monitor it regularly. Then even from cities like Aurangabad, Satara, Kolhapur, you can really get the best work. I'll give you an example. We are doing data engineering for autonomous driving, advanced driver assistance system. And the work which is coming from our partner, German partner, is completely detailed work. So we have hired freshers, students who are working in colleges, sandwich course. Their last 6 months they are going to spend on this project. It's a data engineering project. And believe me, after 1 or 2 weeks, they really understand the whole ecosystem very well. They are well read. This generation is much faster than what I was 25 years ago. It is question of investing into coaching them, training them. You have to really invest in that. That's way of life. So that's one obstacle. In India, we say that there is a lot of bureaucracy. So we have accepted it. Same way, talent is not there. But do you really want everybody to be so talented? When you break down the work, there is large piece of work which can be done by these people. Invest in them, give them good communication skills, give them overall perspective, and tell them exactly what needs to be done. Monitor them on a daily basis, weekly basis. I think they can perform. So, autonomous driving, artificial intelligence, machine learning. So, data engineering is a huge work, right, which can be done by people. Very, very good. That's what I think. So, you have to invest in short.
There's one question there. This is the last question. Sorry, friends. I think we may break now for tea, and then all the panel members are available. So you may please come. Yes.
Okay, I'm Snehal. I'm the founder of a company, Viani Technologies from Kolhapur. Hello. My question is to Ghosh sir. Okay, sir, as your company is from Satara, a very small town, I believe, and I personally have heard about your products also. I wanted to understand, how did you help your company to scale up, strategize? Because lots of startups can take their company on an individual level to a particular stage. But scaling up is a big challenge for more of the startups. So I just want your thought process about it. How did you take your product to the various market geography?
Firstly, fortunately for us, we got good customers and word of mouth that help us in spreading across states in India very quickly. But apart from that, what I feel is we take certain very good concrete marketing activities that help us in the long term. We participate in domain-specific divisions, and I sincerely believe in niche area and domain. So that helps us a lot because we concentrated on jewelry area, and then we concentrated on the domain-specific exhibitions and magazines whereby we marketed in a very structured way, and that basically brings us a customer, and more customers is a growth for us because we do not have a funding, we used to have it all. So customers help us to get new customers. For us, simple formula was at least one customer means same customer in future. So that was a simple formula, and we are still working on it. So growth comes from the customer in a long way. Apart from that, there is another factor that helps us quite a lot is the team that we have. There are a lot of people who are working now 15, 10, 12 years with the company, and as they mature the particular technology and domain, they feel that we should go out and do some challenging work. So that helps us a lot. So first few outside state packages, actually softwares are shared by my salesperson, was very enthusiastic, and I said I want to sell it in Calcutta, I want to sell it in Orissa, and he actually traveled and sell it. So I think good manpower and customers, that bring growth for us.
Thank you indeed. Lot to learn, lot to discuss, but time is the constraint. So let me in conclusion mention one thing, that we have talent everywhere. It's not just concentrated around the metros. It is not only concentrated around the elite colleges and institutions. I have been to Vaibhav Maharashtrache College in Satara, I have been to Walchand College of Engineering in Sangli, and I have seen students and their enthusiasm, and what Prashant also is mentioning about freshers learning all these complex technologies. I think we have opportunities all around. It's only that we have to have the conviction. And as Dushyant Kumar says, "Kaise आसमान में सुराग नहीं हो सकता?" Why do you think we can't pierce the sky? कैसे आसमान में सुराग नहीं हो सकता? एक पत्थर तो तबीयत से उछालो यारो. All our friends have done that. एक पत्थर उन्होंने तबीयत से उछाला. Once they were also startup, and today they are established companies in tier 2, tier 3 cities with some globally competent manpower and flourishing business. So thank you, with a great hope that you are giving to all of us. I think it was wonderful to have you here, and thank you very much for it.
Clearly, success has no boundaries except in the mind. Thank you so much for this panel. May I invite on stage Prasad Devare, who leads Pune. He's the man behind this. I think he needs a big round of applause, please. Prasad, if you could please hand over your appreciation to all our speakers. I think the clap should not stop for next 30 seconds, please.